Greetings. This is the Grumpy Old Slan, and as always with me is my friend the Intellectual Quandary. How are you today?
Greetings. I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. It's very hot here. I believe it's very hot over on your side of the pond too. Um,
Yes, it's started to calm down a bit
yeah,
because it's 10:30 now, but yeah.
yeah. It's gonna start in an hour or two to cool off a bit, and I have to say it won't be as bad as last week because we hit the mid 30s. Plus the humidex was just brutal. Uh,
Oof.
right now we're at like 30, so it's manageable, but just barely. So for everyone who's here, we have a maze for you. This is the Fantasy Island, the Fantasy Island, I guess, Fantasile in French,
Yes.
which we need to escape. Um, but I will first start by reading the introductory text and the rules. So, Fantasile. And yet, this boat trip started so well. But then a pink cloud encircled the boat, and then there was this strange floating sensation, and your eyes closed. Finally, you awaken somewhere on an island. Your own behavior is odd, and 6 crew members are missing. So, for this game, we need a six-sided die, a pencil, and the map on that's on page 76. So that's the map that you see on your screen right now.
Okay. You want
The
me to roll
goal,
or are you rolling?
um, you could roll if you have a die on hand. I do have a couple here in case.
I've got a die on hand.
Okay, so the goal of the game is we must gather the members of the crew and find a way to bring them back to their senses so that they act their usual selves in order to leave the island.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, each object or character is unique on the island. You may only move along the paths. Additionally, you will be affected with one of the following two aversions, and these will affect your behavior. So
Okay.
the first one is escalatophobia, which prevents the player from going upstairs.
Yeah.
So we can go up an incline, we can go downstairs, but we cannot go upstairs. And then the other one is crucidextrophobia. This prevents the player from having a cross immediately to his or her right.
Huh. Okay.
Okay, and you will see why this has impact later. We may carry as many objects as we wish. We also have a potential for charisma, i.e., the ability to convince others that varies as we play, but it may never be below 1.
Okay.
So the game. Charisma is decided with a d6. So if you roll a d6, a 1 to 2 will give us a charisma of 1, 3 to 4 will give you a charisma of 2, and 5 to 6 will give you a charisma of 3.
All right. Here goes. Yeah, 5.
All right, so we have a 3 charisma. Our phobia is also decided on a d6. An odd result will mean escalatophobia, and an even
Uh-oh.
result means crucidextrophobia.
Oh shit. Okay. Hopefully it's an even. Oh frick! It's an odd. I got a 1.
It's an odd, so we have escalatophobia. Okay, I'm just writing this all down.
Mm-hmm.
Um, our starting point is also established with a d6, so there's one of 6 locations numbered 1 through 6, and the die will decide where we start.
Oh shit. Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, they really made it different from the previous ones. It's
Okay,
nice.
here we go. That's a 6.
That's a 6, so we are starting on location 6. I will finish reading the rules and then we're gonna start the actual game, okay? As we
Okay.
get to each location, we read the corresponding entry to find out what happens. We take notes of the objects in our possession as well as any bonus they may provide to our charisma. During a
Okay.
confrontation, either with a member of the crew or a resident of the island, charisma effects rolls as follows. If our modified charisma is higher than the NPC's, we need to roll 2 to 5 on a d6 in order to succeed. If our
Okay.
modified charisma is equal to the NPCs, we need to roll an even number.
Okay.
And if our modified charisma is lower than the NPCs, we need to roll a 1 or a 6 on a d6. So
Makes
these are a
sense.
bit
Okay.
unusual choices of numbers, but they're interesting. I'm going to keep this window open to remind us what it is.
Makes sense, actually.
But yeah.
You got 4 out of 6 chance, and then 3 out of 6, and then 2 out of 6.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, normally we'd be going, 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 2, but I
Yeah,
guess
yeah, yeah,
they
100%.
wanted to spice it
Well,
up
it
a
is
bit.
arbitrary, isn't it?
It totally is. It really is. Okay, let me just place all my windows so that I can read everything as needed. And then we can start. Okay, so this is the island. I'm going to zoom in a little and let me find. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6 is over here. So this is our starting point down here. Reminder, we have escalatophobia, so we can't go upstairs. And 6 is a rocky outcropping. We see a bottle. If you take it, go to 147. If you leave, go to 111.
Let's do it. Let's take it.
So 147. Inside the bottle, we find a parchment. Go to 57. Let me just scroll here. An inscription reads, "In the shadow of my name hides the key to the temple. Signed, Cliv." So I will just post this in the chat.
Huh, I wonder where that could be.
Yeah.
Cliv, you say? Huh. That
Yeah.
sounds an awful lot like something else.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Okie doke.
Okay, so going back here, unfortunately, of the 3 paths, this one goes up some steps, so we can't go there. And this one goes up some steps, so we have no choice but to take this one.
Oh no,
And
railroaded.
in case you don't see them, but let me just zoom in a bit more. There's a cross here, and there's a cross here. Both are to the right of the path, which means we can't go there, and we couldn't go there if we had the other phobia.
Oh, so we couldn't go there anyway.
Yeah, so in this one case, it doesn't change a thing, but it might change
Okay.
some things later
Yeah, so
on.
another starting point it might do.
Exactly, or later on in the game, it might. I'm just going to. Okay. We come to a branching point. This one goes down some stairs to 13, and this one goes down some stairs to 18. Sorry, apologies there.
That's interesting. Let's go to 18.
Let's go to 18. Okay, so going down some steps, we go to 18. The ship's doctor is busy making paper fortune tellers with a medical book. Do we have do we have parchment? If yes, go to 106. Otherwise, if you attempt to you may attempt to persuade him, go to 139, or we can keep going.
We have parchment.
Yes, we do. So go to 106. He offers to exchange our parchment with his book. If we accept, go to 24. If we refuse, go to 52.
Well, we've got what we needed from the parchment, so I say
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah, okay. So we accept and we go to 24, which reads, the exchange is made, go to 50.
Mm-hmm.
On a page of the book, it is written, soak a shoot from the tree of truth in some water, 1 measure per person.
Soak a shoot from the tree of truth.
Yeah,
in
I
water.
will post what it says.
1 measure per person.
Yeah, in the book. I will post what it says in the chat since I think these we need to. We can still try to persuade the doctor, go to 139. Otherwise, we go to 111.
Persuade him what? I'm
Well,
curious.
we
Let's
want to
see.
gather the members of the crew. The doctor
Yeah.
is one of the members of the crew. So.
Oh, he is, of course. Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so 139. We have to roll against the doctor who has 2 charisma. So we
Okay,
have
so
a
I need to
charisma.
roll. Oh, sorry, no, our modified charisma is what?
Our modified charisma right now is 3. We have no objects that modify our charisma.
So
So we
win.
need to
Okay, so I
roll
just
a
need to roll 2
2,
to
3,
5.
4, or 5 in order to succeed.
Oh, fuck, I rolled a 6.
Go to 39. Okay. If you have succeeded, you gain 1 charisma point. Well, we haven't, so
Well, we haven't. Oh, shit.
yeah. So go to 111. We may continue.
Oh. Fuck.
So
Okay.
from 18, we can go to 17. We can go to 20. We can go to 14.
I was personally curious about 20.
Okay, so let us go to 20. And 20 is... The terrain here seems unstable. If we attempt to cross the area, go to 120. Otherwise, go to 130.
Let's attempt to cross.
Okay, go to 120. We roll on a d6, or a 1 or a 6. You manage to cross the swamp. Otherwise, your name is added to the list of lost souls.
Let's see. Oh shit, that fell. Hang on. Ah, it's dark down there. I need to go find it.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry.
No.
I can't unlock my phone.
Uh,
Oh
no,
no,
Gabe,
the delays.
I don't think I've
I'm so
ever...
professional.
But you know what? No game that involves dice rolling has ever been completed without at least 1 die rolling on the floor. So this is par for the
Well,
course.
that was a
as far as
4
I'm
on the
concerned.
floor, so I can take that, or we can roll again.
Let's take that, and it means that it's our first death.
Fail.
I will type that in the chat. Okay. Should we attempt to not cross it?
Yeah, let's not attempt to cross.
Oh, I see. This is even because I think they assume you're part of the way through the swampy area, because on 130 it says roll a d6. On a 1, luck is not with you. Otherwise, you may retrace your steps.
Oh, okay.
So you still have a chance of getting sucked into the swamp. So do you want to roll a
Oh, I got a
die?
6. We're all right.
Okay, so we get to retrace our steps and get back to 18. Do we try 17?
Yeah.
Or yeah, okay. Let's go to 17. 17 reads, this is a village of cannibal pygmies. If we attempt to cross it, go to 115. If you try to get their help, go to 105. Yeah, I
um,
know I'm usually part of your diet, but could you give me a hand over here?
yeah. You know what? Yeah, let's ask for the help.
Okay, so 105 for asking for their help. Go to 48.
I'm sure
40.
this will go swimmingly.
Oh yeah. Ah, in exchange for an object, for example, a handgun or a book, they can delay your adversary for 2 turns. So we don't have an adversary. I have a
Yeah.
feeling that
What the
they
hell?
expect. Yeah, I have a feeling they
Hmm.
expect us to come from the other side.
Perhaps. What happens if we just try to cross?
If we just try to cross, hold on. Where
You
do we
get
need?
eaten.
115. We need to roll a d6 against the villagers who have a total of 10 charisma. So their charisma
Oh
is
fuck.
higher, so we need to roll a 1 or a 6 in order to succeed.
Nope. 3.
Okay, let me go to 38. If we have succeeded, they make way for us. Otherwise, go to 125. We may try again. If no, go to 135. If yes, read 115 and then 28.
Okay. Let's try
So
again.
115 is we get to roll the d6 again.
But it says and then 28 anyway.
Yeah, it means because 115 sends you to 38. That's why.
Ah, okay. So the second time round it sends you to 28. Okay.
Yeah, it's you still need to roll the die though.
2. Nope.
Okay. If you succeed, go to 111. Otherwise, go to 145. Oh, we finish as broth.
Yeah. 2 deads. Okay.
Okay. So I think
Hmm.
what we need to do is try
Where
to
was the last way?
go to
14. Yeah.
14. Yeah, we can go down here. 14 reads, near a statue, we find Rad's mask. If we take it, go to 118. Otherwise, go to 111.
Yeah. Let's take it.
Yeah, okay. And it is go to 118. The mask gives us 2 charisma points, but only when dealing with the pygmies.
Okay. I'll take that.
I'll take it. So, uh, I'm just going to type that into the chat.
Yeah.
Uh, okay.
Good.
Mind you, their charisma was 10. So, even though we have 3, that only gives us 5.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Not
And in
right
any
now, anyway.
case, we can't go back the way we came because that would mean going upstairs.
Ah, no. Ah.
Not up the stairs. We could go to 12. We can go to 13.
Let's check 12 out.
Okay. A gorilla bursts from the trees. If we confront it, go to 121. If you flee, go to 103.
Well, let's confront it because that always went well.
Yeah, so far. Oh my god. We get to roll against a gorilla who has 5 charisma.
Oh wow, the gorilla's more charismatic than us.
I think it's because we tend to think of charisma as being able to charm, but it's also strength of personality. And I'll grant that any gorilla in the room kind of dominates the room. So
I got a 1.
you got a 1. That means we succeeded. Let me go to 58. If you succeed, go to 111, otherwise 103. And 111 is you may continue, which means we can keep
Yes.
going to 9. 9 reads... there's a totem pole on which you see Jair's amulet hanging. If we take it, go to 133. Otherwise, go to 111.
Take it.
Take it? Okay. The amulet grants us +1 charisma, except against the gorilla.
Okay.
So I will just...
All these modifiers might get confusing.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 charisma.
We've got...
No, wait, what?
We have 3 charisma.
3 charisma.
Yeah. Against the pygmy, the mask will give us +2.
And the +1.
And the amulet will give us +1 against everything except the gorilla.
Yeah.
So when dealing with the gorilla, we're still at 3. When dealing with the pygmies, we're now at 6.
I think to make it simpler, I think it's charisma 4 except gorilla and 6 pygmies.
Yeah. I think I'll write it out like that. It's clearer.
Let me try.
Okay, sure. And meanwhile, I'm just going to move the image a bit. And no, that's a bit too much. Okay.
There. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that does make sense. Okay, so we cannot go up these stairs. We cannot go up these stairs. We can reach 14 by going down these steps and all the way here. We can also go to 8.
I kind of want to go to 14.
Okay, so we get to go down some steps. So see here, because we can't go upstairs, we can go down here. But if we had the other phobia, we couldn't go by here. Actually, it leads us to 11 first. Sorry, I didn't. Let me read
true.
11. 2 crocodiles are sleeping in the water. We may attempt to cross the river. Go to 42. Otherwise, go to 51.
Yes, attempt.
Okay, hold on. We try our luck. Go to 129. Okay, so try your luck means roll the die.
Of course.
Yeah. If we roll a 6, go to 34. If we roll a 1 or a 2, go to 60. Otherwise, go to 158. So.
Okay. I got a 1.
You got a 1, so we go to 60. The crocodile slap, with a flick of his tail, sends us to 8.
Okay.
So, okay, he sends us in the water. We go downstream to 8. Go to and read 37.
Okay.
If we had a parchment, it is lost, but we don't.
It's fine.
Okay, and 8 reads... this is a perilous crossing. We may try our luck, or we can attempt to secure the way before crossing.
Attempt to secure the way.
Okay. Go to 113. This wise choice makes you lose 1 turn, but you make it through.
Okay.
So that I will take this as we can go in either direction. So we can go back to 9 or we can go to 7.
Oh, we can go back to 9, can't we?
Yeah, under that bridge, under those 2 bridges, and then back here.
I don't know. Let's go to 7.
Okay. 7. Ooh, a group of hunters come down from the trees. they face you. If you confront them, go to 157. If you flee, go to 103.
Fuck's sake. Let's confront him.
Okay. We get to roll against the hunters who have 6 charisma. So
Okay.
we have 4.
So
I mean-
1 or 6.
So 1 or a 6, yeah.
Nope, I've got a 4.
You got a 4. If we succeed, we gain 1 charisma. Then, yeah. Go to 103. Roll on a d6. Or a 1 or a 6, you lose an object and its associated bonus. Go to 111.
I got a 5, so all right.
So we don't lose anything, and we can now continue on our way.
Okay.
So let me just move a bit. That's kind of a cool looking tree. It reminds me of Cthulhu. Let me zoom in a bit.
Tree Thulu.
Well, yeah, but like the eyes are here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the tentacles. It's kind of neat. Okay, we can go down the stairs, and that will lead us back to 9. We can keep going here and down these stairs to 10. So we can go to 10 or to 9.
Let's go to 10.
Okay.
Because we can get to 11 from there as well anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see what's here.
So there's, let me move and zoom in. There are 2 tombs here and here. Graves.
Yeah.
Between the graves of Raid and Jer, you discern a half-buried chest. You may try to open it, go to 143, otherwise go to 111.
Buried chest, bloody unbury it.
Yeah. That is strange. Let me check something quickly. There seems to be a bit of an oddity. Yeah. Okay, bizarrely enough, no. It says, inside a book, you find a parchment. Go to 27.
Okay, well, maybe the chest had a book inside.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. On the parchment, we can read, from the shadow of a name comes a number, signed clicks. So I will post this in the chat.
Oh.
So this is slightly different than the other one we got, which was in the shadow of my name hides the key to the temple. Oh, but it's also clicks, not cliv. So CLIV and CLIX. Just notice that.
Yeah.
The book grants us 1 charisma point.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm just going to put this out there, see what you think.
Okay.
Do you think their names represent Roman numerals?
Oh, yeah, like wait, that would be CLI, so 154 and 109, 119, maybe. Oh, that's close. Yeah. Let me check something. Let me check, because I wrote it like, like you see. Let me see, because I usually keep the same.
So L is 50, C is 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I is 1, V is 5. Okay, so no, I kept the same case, but that doesn't mean you're.
So it's 154 and 159.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 154, 159.
It's just the way it says from the shadow of a name comes a number, and then the first one was cliv and the second one was clicks, and I'm like,
yeah,
each of those letters is in the Roman numerals.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
sorry. I don't know if
So
that's actually relevant. I thought I'd put it out there.
yeah. So we need to update the charisma score.
Why? What happened?
The book gives us 1 charisma.
Oh, nice.
So that means we have charisma of 5, except for the gorilla,
Yeah.
and of 7 for the pygmies. Although now, for the gorilla, it's not 3, it's going to be 4. Oh my god, this is getting complicated.
That's okay. I think I got it.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so let me zoom back out. We cannot go to 13. We can go to 16, which could bring us to 13. Let me see. We can't go. We can go to 11. We can't go here. We can't go here. And this leads us nowhere. Okay. So yeah, we can go to 16 or we can go to 11.
Let's go to. Oh, we were already at 11, weren't we?
Yeah, that's where the
Well, we
crocodiles
still
are.
need to. Where were we trying to get to before? 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's go to 11 then.
Okay. So 11 is a reminder is where the crocodiles are. We may attempt to cross or turn back.
Attempt to
So
cross.
if we cross, let's go to 42. We need to try our luck, so roll the die.
Oh, nope, we got a 5.
A 5 is go to 158.
And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, I think, isn't it?
Okay, we lose 1 turn, go to 111, which is you may continue on our way. So what it means is there's a delay, but we managed to cross. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what we could do too? Just is we can go down these stairs and get to 2. Just putting it out there.
Oh, yeah, I guess we could.
But okay, but we crossed, right, for now?
Yeah.
Okay, we cannot go to 9, so we can go to
14.
14.
That's what we were trying to get to.
Yeah. Okay, this is where we found the mask, which we already have. So there's nothing else to be found here.
Sure.
We can go down to 9. We can go through the forest, meet up with the gorilla, and then get to 9, but there's no need to. And
Yeah.
13, we can go to 13. So
13 is like the big crossroads, so let's go there.
Yeah. 13 allows us to go back to 10, where we were just before crossing at 11. It allows us to go to 16. Oh, yeah, we definitely don't want to go down here, because then we'd be trapped since it's between 2 stairs.
Oh, yeah.
We cannot go to 19, but we can go to 18 or back to 14. So we can go to 10, 18, or 14.
I'm just having a look. The only way to get to 19 for us would be to get to 15 first, but then how do we get to 15?
If we
Through 16.
Through 16.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Let's go to so let us go to 16. In a palm grove, the captain is waiting for the caravan to go by. We may attempt to persuade him, or keep going on our way.
Persuade.
Okay, go to 151. We need to roll against the captain, who has 6 charisma.
Oh, we've only got 5.
Yeah, so
But we're getting there.
yeah.
Okay, so 106. Here we go. I got a 1.
Excellent. Go to 39. If you have succeeded, you gain 1 charisma point. And
Let's
also,
go.
if you succeed, the character follows you. So because you have to,
Yeah.
gather everyone. So now our charisma is 6, 5 for the gorilla, and 8 for the pygmies.
Got it.
Okay, and let's go to 15 anyway. I think.
I suppose it's
Yeah.
only fitting we get the captain first, eh?
Yeah. So at 15. The first mate is busy digging in the cliff with a paddle. We may attempt to persuade him or keep going on our way.
Persuade.
Okay, go to 141. We roll against the first mate who has 5 charisma.
Ah, we actually have more
So,
than one.
yeah.
So 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
2, 3, 4, or 5, yeah.
I got a 2.
Oh, excellent. That means we persuade him. Go
Hey,
to
Nosorian.
39. Greetings, Nosorian. How are you? So let me just go to 39. Yeah. If we have succeeded, we gain another charisma point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just going to write that because we now have the captain
I've got it down.
and the first mate.
There we go.
Okay. And our charisma is certainly going up. That's good. It improves our odds.
We're very charismatic.
Yeah. Okay. We definitely don't want to go down these stairs.
Nope.
But we can get to 19 because that was why we went here.
Yes.
And 19 reads, the cook has soup bubbling in a cauldron. He offers us some. If we accept, go to 149. Otherwise, go to 100.
Accept.
Accept. It's very good. Go to 40. Oh no. We suddenly feel nauseous. We lose 3 turns as we try to recover and lose 1 point of charisma.
Oh, piss.
God. That's annoying.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Screw you, cook.
Yeah. And from here, we can only go to 13.
Okay.
Since we can't go back to 19 because that's going upstairs, and going down these stairs means being trapped here because we can't go back up these other stairs.
The thing is, even with the restriction of
Yeah.
not being able to go upstairs, it still seems like we're able to get about.
Yeah, but I think it's the order in which we manage to get around that
Yeah.
changes.
So I'm thinking now we need to go. We need to go back down.
Oh, wait,
I think.
we haven't been at 13 before.
Have we not?
No, we haven't.
I'm sure we have.
No,
Really?
we were at 14 and we went elsewhere, but we didn't go to 13 because at 13 we see the steward busy preparing a giant grenadine with the water. If we attempt to persuade him, go to 131, or we may keep going on our way.
Persuade.
We get to roll against the steward who only has 1 charisma.
Oh, maybe we should have gone here first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and I got a 3. Great.
Okay, so we succeeded and we gain 1 charisma point.
Okay. So we're back
So,
up to...
Nosorian, just so you have an idea of what the rules are, we have a phobia that prevents us from going upstairs, which is why for example, we cannot go from 13 to 14, but we can go from 19 to 13.
No, one simply must not defy gravity like that.
Yeah, exactly. We have 1 stat, which is charisma, and certain objects will modify our charisma. and things that we do. And what we have to do is collect all 6 crew members in order to escape from the island that we're stuck on.
Got 3 so
yeah, so from 13 we can go to 10 where we've already been. Yeah. We can get back to 14 where we've been. We can go to 18. And yeah, I think I mentioned 14
yeah, let's try
already.
18
And
again,
we can. Okay. So we will go along this path, down the stairs to 18. And 18 was, oh yeah, this is the ship's doctor, who we did not attempt to persuade because we did, we traded our, or did we attempt and we failed? One of the two, I forget.
No, we attempted and failed.
Yeah, we traded the parchment. So, yeah.
This
so we
time
can
we have
attempt
more than
again.
him.
Yeah, exactly, because he only has 2 charisma.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4, or 5. 5.
5.
Whoops. Did you do an oopsie, Slan? Well, guess you're all stuck with me and this handsome Giga Chad face.
Apologies about that. I guess my neighbor was using the microwave. Let me just share the screen again.
I tried not to scare them all away.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not sure when I was cut off, but
I got a 5.
we succeeded and we gained a point. Yeah, we gained 1 charisma point.
And we have the what was he? The doctor?
The doctor, yeah. So,
Doctor. Okay.
So yeah, so we have the captain, the first mate, the steward, and the doctor with us now.
Got it.
Excellent. So from 18, we can try to go through the swamp, but that's pretty risky by all accounts.
Well, now we can maybe barter with the pygmies because we got 10 charisma with them.
Yeah, that's true. So let's try that. So 17. Let me read it again. This is the village of cannibal pygmies. If we attempt to cross it, go to 115. If we try to get their help, go to 105. So we attempt to cross it. So 115. We need to roll a d6 against the villagers who have a 10 of charisma. So we need to roll an...
was it odds or evens?
We need to roll an even number to succeed.
Okay. 2!
So we succeeded. Go to 38. If we've succeeded, they make way for us. Go to 111, which is we may continue.
Yes.
That means we reach 21. The effigies of Clix and Cliv block the way with a force field of some sort. If you have not read the content of a parchment, it is impossible to cross. Otherwise, it is time to move ahead. If you do not find the way, go to 140.
It must be the pages then.
Yeah.
154 or 159.
Yeah. Okay, so
if it is, big brain move.
Okay, so let's try one. That was clever of you. Let's try 154 first or 159 first.
Well, who said the number? It was clicks. That's 9.
Hold on a sec. Let me.
I would try 159.
159. Okay. Go to 45. 45. The force field disappears. You can access 22. Excellent.
Big brain.
Yeah. $22.
Oh, that felt awesome.
Near a tree, you see a sprout. You take it and hurry back to prepare the remedy. Read 43 in 21. If you go towards 20, go to 102. If you go towards 17, go to 112. Okay. So we get a sprout, which recall the book talked about the shoot from the tree of truth in some water, 1 measure per person.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to read. Okay, as we leave and we get to 21, we need to read 43.
Okay.
The shoot gives us 2 charisma points.
Haha. We've got all the charisma now, boy.
Yeah. I mean, that means we have a higher charisma against the pygmies, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. So we're at 10, 9 for the gorilla, and 12 for the pygmies.
Yeah. So shall we just go through the pygmy village?
So attempt to have them truth as well.
Yeah.
There we go.
And we have a higher charisma than the pygmies, so
2, 3, 4, or 5. Uh-oh, I got a 1.
Okay. Let me double check where we need to go. 115. Go to 125. We may try again.
I'll try again.
Okay.
I got a 2. We're good.
So we succeeded. Read 28. If we succeed, go to 111, which we know is we may continue. And that means we get back to 18.
Is it just me? 111, we may continue in a lot of these.
Yeah, it is. But the you may continue shows up a lot, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
what? We can't go up those stairs, so I guess we can only go to 14 then.
Yeah, I agree. So let us go to 14. What was it, 14 again? Oh, yeah. That's where we found the mask, but otherwise there's nothing.
Yeah. And we don't need to go and meet the killer again.
No.
So we can only go to 9.
Yeah, we could go to 9. We could go back to 13.
Oh, we could go to 13, actually. That's a good point. But we haven't been to...
Let me zoom out a bit. Because where we haven't been is most of the space down here.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm trying to see, is there a way for us? Okay, we cannot reach 5 from 14. We cannot reach it from 9. We cannot reach it from 10. We have to reach it from 3. Okay, we can't reach 3 at all.
Wait, what?
As far as I can see. So look, if 5 is here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the path that's to the right of it is going up and downstairs. So we can't go either way here.
So we started at 6. So
we started at 6.
So we don't need to go back there.
Yeah. We don't want to get to 6, but it'd be good to get, yeah. But the path here goes up and downstairs, which means we can't cross this little bridge.
That's right.
From 9, we need to go upstairs, which we can't do. From 10, we need to go up some steps too. So this bridge is the only place, which means going to 3. To get to 3, we can go from 6, but no, we can't because there's stairs.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing here has stairs both ways. Oh, and you notice what I noticed is there's a cross here, which means the other phobia, we wouldn't be able to go here. And this would be on our left.
I'm thinking they would have done a solution for both.
There must be a way to get there.
It
it might not, because there's 4, there's 8. Maybe we have to flow down the river rather than be stopped at 8. I'm not sure.
So that would take us to 8, yeah.
Because remember, this is where we consolidated the path before crossing. But if we don't, we go down the falls, then maybe we can. I don't know. That's the only thing I can.
That looks like a death.
Yeah, I know. It does look like a death to me too.
What? So, oh no, because that's going upstairs there, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, wait. Is there anywhere else near the top that we haven't been? We've been to 22 and 21. We've been 17, 20, 18, and 15.
This line at the very right-hand side is the one that goes from 6 all the way up to 18, and that's the very first line we took.
Yeah, exactly. And we can't get back to it.
No.
Because you have to go upstairs to reach it.
So from there...
What I'm thinking is, because everything on the top half, we've visited. What I'm thinking is we do have... I don't know.
Could we go to 13 and then maybe get to the rest of them from there?
Perhaps. 13 was where we met the steward. Now,
because that way,
from 13, we can go to 16, but that only brings us to 15 where we've been. Oh, wait. What if we go here down the left-hand path?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Oh, crap. It ends up at...
oh, no, that's upstairs. Oh, no.
Going up some steps. We can go to 10, essentially.
So 1 and 6 look like the dead end starts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
And that's no way back in. Right, okay, so...
Oh, you know what we haven't done? At 10, we crossed the river, but we could keep going down here to get to 2.
No, that's right. Yeah, we didn't do that. And then we can't get to 2 the other way because that's going upstairs.
Let me just
okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Go down here. And we get to 2. The mechanic is in the process of making us a large sail with some sheets. Do we try to persuade him? If yes, go to 127. Otherwise, go to 111.
Yes, persuade.
Okay, so we have to roll against the mechanic who has 3 charisma.
Oh, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Okay, if we have succeeded, we gain 1 charisma point.
Let's go.
So I guess as you accumulate people, you have a more imposing presence.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's good because we gain another crew member. On the other hand, we can only go down these stairs. We can't go back to 11. We cannot go here. We can wind our way back up to 10. Well, it's still good because we still got 1 more crew member.
Good evening, John.
Good evening, John.
So, okay, what if we go to 11, get knocked down to 8?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking we've got the shoot of truth, so maybe we need to be submerged in the water or something.
Yeah. No, what we do is we have one stat. It's charisma. Certain objects will improve our charisma, and what we have to do is find the other crew members of our ship. And as we find them, it looks like we are our charisma goes up by 1. So my theory is that as our group is bigger, we're more imposing, and so we're more convincing of whatever we try to do. Yeah, for certain people, it certainly is. Yeah, I think let's see what happens if we get to 8. Or can we walk to 8 somehow? Yeah, what we could do is if we go to 16, then 13, then 14, then 9, then there's a path leading to 8.
Yeah, we could do that.
Let's do that rather, because the crocodiles you have to roll, and that's a gamble.
Yes.
So going down the stairs here. Also, John, we have a phobia. We cannot go upstairs.
Yeah, so there's 2 options. So
Yeah.
fear of going upstairs or fear of going on a path where there's a crucifix to the right of you.
Yeah,
or
what is a cross to the right of you? So 8. Let me read it again. The crossing is perilous. If we try our luck, go to 123.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So roll a die.
What we doing?
On a d6, on a 3 or less, our daring brings us to 3.
Oh, I got a 4.
Otherwise, go to 111, which means that we may continue. I guess this is we try to cross back and forth until we get to 3.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's just do that. Oh, sorry. I went the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, these hunters. Yeah, okay, bye. And let's roll again.
Got a 3.
Okay, go to 37. If we had a parchment, it is lost.
Nope.
But we are at 3. So I think what happens is we get down the waterfall and we swim our way to this beach.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
And 3 is, yeah, we are on the beach. If we head towards 10, go to 117. If we otherwise go to 111. Now, where is 10? Okay, we can't head towards 10.
Yeah, we can't.
So otherwise we may go on our way. So from
I guess
here,
we're going to
4. We can get to 4, yeah. So shall we do that?
Let's do that.
4. We're in the middle of the bridge when we hear a worrisome cracking sound. Go to 128. Roll a d6 and go to 29. So did you?
2.
Okay. 29 reads, the bridge collapses. It is now impossible to pass via 4. If you rolled 3 or less, go to 3. Otherwise, go to 5.
Oh, shit.
So we're at 3.
Oh.
Okay, so we can actually leave 3 by going to 6.
Yeah, and then we just go back up to where we started.
Go all the way back up. And then we know we can go down to 13.
So what did we miss?
14, 9. We're still missing a way to get to 1. And okay, how many crew members do we have with us at this point? I think no, we're still missing the cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where was he? Oh, he was at the top.
He was near the top. He was at 19, I think.
He was near 15. Yeah, he was at 19. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's head that way.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's get to 19. So we go to 13 and
Uh
then
yeah, well we can cross
oh,
here,
oh,
solidify the path to cross safely.
yeah.
We've
Yeah.
go down these
Yeah,
stairs,
yeah.
go to
Bring us
10,
to 10. And then we go to
to
16,
16,
then to 15.
15, and then from here to 19.
There we go.
Yeah.
And this time we're
The
not
cook
eating
is soup. He offers us some. If you accept, go to 149. Otherwise, go to 100.
No.
Ah, he becomes angry. It's time to eat. If we try persuasion, go to 30. Otherwise, go to 111.
Let's try persuading him.
Okay, so we have a +1 bonus to our charisma on our next persuasion roll. Go to 110. We need to roll charisma against a cook who has 4 charisma.
Well, we've got 12 now,
Yeah.
so
And we get a +1 bonus to our charisma, so that's actually pretty.
oh, are you fucking I rolled a 1.
Oh no. Go to 39. I guess we'll have to. Yeah, we have soup for it. No, but the soup makes you ill. You lose a charisma point, and you lose some time.
Okay, so I guess we go back to 13, back to 16, back to 15.
Yeah, we sort of loop around and try to
We'll be back
convince.
for you.
Yeah, and roll again.
I got a 1 again. Are you serious?
Oh, God.
We do the loop-de-loop and pull.
Yeah.
I got a 3. There we go.
Okay. Go to 30. So we gain 1 charisma point, and we may continue on our way. Now, okay, we know that the only way out is to get to 13. So,
Okay,
1,
so
2,
then
3,
we
4,
need
5,
to
6. So we have all 6 crew members.
we need to submerge the chute of truth in water
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, we do. But nowhere. I'm trying to see.
If there's any mention of like passage with water.
Yeah. Oh, because I don't recall anything about.
So what if we make our way back down to 8?
Yeah, okay, let's try that because.
That's the only place I can see with
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, same here. I'm just trying to check something. Can I? Oh,
Hmm. So close. Come
yeah.
on, do this. I have to say the dice rolling has added an extra dimension to this one.
Yeah, it does. I like it. I like it. I'm gonna need to crap.
Okay, well, just mute yourself and then
No,
come back.
sorry. I um. So as you know, I got a new computer. Everything's not quite set up, so I'm still streaming from the old one. But the file that has the solution is on the other computer.
Oh
And
no!
I can't, it doesn't want to let me access the directory with the file. So I have to just walk over to the other computer, which is turned on. So it's just a question of copying the file to this computer so we can take a quick look at it. Because I'm not seeing, because as far as I can tell, we've pretty much been everywhere.
I think so.
I think so.
I mean, apart from one.
Yeah, apart from one, which is where the boat is, which allows us to leave. And
How do we get to
no, you
one?
know where we didn't go yet? It's 5.
That's
But we
what I was
can't.
saying when the
But we
bridge took.
can't reach 5 because the bridge broke. So
That's why I was like, shit, when the bridge
yeah,
broke. I was like, we need.
exactly. And it gives us a chance to go either way, but we also, it didn't work
Yeah.
for us. So I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, just enough time to copy that pesky file. Okay.
No worries. We will figure this one out, folks. We've got all crew members on board. We just need to find a way to get off this bloody island. What did the passage say? It said, soak a shoot from the tree of truth in some water, 1 measure per person. Okay. So that makes 7.
And I am back. Apologies for this.
Hello.
If I still have to stream from this computer next time, I'll make sure I have everything on the. So let me just open that file and see what we can find as far as.
Just 2 deads.
Yeah, 2 deaths only.
It's been quite forgiving, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, we nearly got mauled by a gorilla, but I mean, the dice were nice to me then, so.
Yeah, same with the crocodiles. Okay.
Let me guess, he's going to say not enough deads.
Wait a sec. Did I?
Keep scrolling.
Okay, so basically, I found the. Okay. So whether you need to find one of the 2 parchments.
Which we did. And both.
And to not lose them as we fall in the river. Okay. Accumulate enough charisma points to cross the pygmy village.
Get the
Apparently fighting the hunters gains you charisma if you succeed.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
well, we did confront them, but we just failed to roll.
The parchment was to be exchanged with the doctor's book in 18.
Yeah, which we did.
In which you have the recipe. Yeah, and they say, Clicks and Cliv are send you to notes 159 or 154, as you guessed.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Look at the big brain on IQ.
Oh, wait. So we need to go through the village.
What, and ask for help?
Oh, no, they say through the village. Apparently, there's a way through one of the huts. So we missed that somehow. I guess
Wait,
because we
what?
managed to cross to access 19 where the cook is. Uh, yeah, we find
Oh,
out
okay.
the dosage. Okay, so it assumes that but it doesn't tell us where to go. It just says the steward reveals that the dosage is 1 glass of the drink uh, uh, per person. Any other dose, like a spoonful or a cupful, is not enough to for the crew to recognize your bravery. But that's it. It ends there. So so we found all the people. We have the means to make the thing, but it's not explicitly stated, as far as I can tell, that um,
Well, ain't that a quinky dink?
that's a bit of a weird thing. Unless we missed something somewhere. Let me see.
There must be something.
Yeah, there
Does
must
it
be
say
some.
anything in the next issue about any corrections?
I've applied the one correction, so
Huh.
what I'm doing. I'm just trying to backtrack the numbers, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. You found anything?
Not well. I found that apparently the steward has the things to measure. Uh, okay, I'm almost there. Come on. There's so many. Oh, I see. 53. Yeah, okay. I think that's where we went wrong. So on the way back from that temple thing,
Uh-huh.
the pig, as we make our way through the village, they make way for you, guiding us towards a hut. If we accept their invitation, go to 122, or we may continue towards 18. So we just assumed that we're going through, but we read the wrong note, I guess.
Yep, I guess so.
If we accept the invitation, go to 122, which in turn sends us to 53. Stairs go down into the darkness. You arrive at 19 near a cauldron. So 19 was where the cook was making his soup. Go to 142, which sends us to 33. If the cook is with us, you only need 1 turn to prepare the potion. Otherwise, you need 2 turns. Then go to 152, which sends us to 23. We now need the steward's tools to measure the doses of the remedy. He's in. So we have to, from 19 we go to 13 in order to measure the doses. Go to 104. 104 sends us to 56. We have a choice between a spoon, a glass, or a cup. If the steward is with you, go to 114. Otherwise, go to 124. He was with us, so he
And we
thinks
need
for
a
a while and
glass.
tells you, truly, you need a glass. If you agree, go to 134. Otherwise, 116.
Yeah.
134 sends us to 26, which is after distribution of the remedy, the crew is all healed up. Go to 49. Congratulations, everyone is safe. So if you're healed up, it also means that your phobias are gone. And that means that from 13, we can go down to 1. Grab the
Yes.
boat and
And
go.
we out here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's I think it's just we read the wrong note, leaving the pygmies. And I'll just point out the name of the boat is the name of the two guys who worked on this maze. It's where they put their signature, if you will.
Of course.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun. I like the dice mechanic. I mean, I know some choose your own adventure base. Yeah, they have one page or two. Part of the problem is I think we did read the wrong note when we left that temple at the top and went through the village. Just want to see what it says. Yeah, I think it's we try to get their help because we just tried to cross.
Yeah.
And if we tried to get their help, that brings us to 48, which is an exchange. Yeah. I think that's what it is the whole... yeah. They can be a bit confusing. I think it's they really don't have a lot of space and very tight word count. In fact, John, the one of the big problems with translating these is that I'm reading everything out to you, but they actually use symbols to signify common, words like, when you have something, it is impossible to open is like a black square. And you need to interpret that. And sometimes you just have a sequence of symbols and there's a legend saying what they all mean because that way they save on space because they're the
Yeah.
space that the magazine allocates is like in this case there's one page for the maze and there are 2 pages actually. Yeah, there's 2 pages for uh, the rules and the descriptions of all the rooms. So that's the average. Sometimes they've had 4 pages when the maze took up 2 full pages.
Okay.
But it's nice to see that they're still doing new and different things. I like the addition of the dice. It does add something to it. And I'd be curious to know if you have the other phobia, the one with the crosses, because it does allow you to go certain places that you can't go otherwise with the stairs phobia. We noticed that starting in sixth, it made no difference, but I'm trying to see.
Yeah, I was interested to see what it would be like with the other phobia because it
Yeah,
would
because
basically
for example, if we were in 9, we couldn't go back to 14. But if we have the cross phobia, here the cross is on our left, so that's okay. And we can go to 14 and we can go up and down these stairs. So this restriction is gone. right?
But
So
we
we
have
could
other
go from
restrictions.
5, we could go all the way to 14, which we couldn't do.
But all it's doing really is closing some doors and opening other doors. But then we still get
Exactly.
everywhere, just in a different order. But
Yeah,
it's
I think
interesting.
that's what it is. But
I think we basically won that.
yeah, I think we pretty much did because we did collect everybody, and we did have the thing we need to. The one thing that I found a bit frustrating is because there is like this talk of turns,
Yeah.
and in the rules, they don't. Oh wait. Oh, I see. Because there's a version with 2 players.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Each player. Okay, so let me read this. I don't think I. Yeah. For the 2 player game, each player needs a copy of the magazine. Great way to boost sales there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or a photocopy of the maze. The 2 players cannot start at the same location or have the same phobia.
Fair.
So, which is fair. They secretly move one after the other, consult and resolve the notes related to their location, and they then announce the number of the note as well as any acquisition, crew members, or objects they may have made. If the two encounter each other, there's a confrontation as out as though it was a crew member because you're you know
Charisma, yeah.
the winner may either gain the local benefit. So the local benefit is if you're in a place where you can gain an object or a crew member, you're the one who gets it. Or you can take
Mm-hmm.
an object or a crew member from the other player.
Oh.
So I have a feeling that
Oh.
might be
Sounds
why,
fun.
because if you decide to pursue somebody, if one player is chasing the other, then the pygmies delaying your pursuers would give you 2 turns to move ahead, if you see what
Yeah.
I mean. While,
That
while
sounds
he has to sit things out in the pygmy village for 2 turns before continuing on his way. And similarly, when at 8, when we were crossing the waterfall and it was saying, oh, you can consolidate the path, but you lose 1 turn doing so, well,
yeah.
that means the other one has a chance to catch up to you. So that's an interesting idea to the a choose your own adventure 2 player game. Um,
I like that idea.
yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah, their conclusions are very brief in most cases. Um, and I think either I mistranslated one note, which didn't lead us to the cook to through the pygmy village hut down to 19, where we can brew the cure for our phobia, um, or um, or it just wasn't clearly written in the thing. But the one error they had made, I had corrected. So um, yeah, clever
I mean,
little
oh,
maze.
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was fun. Um,
How many more of these are there?
I'm not sure, and I'd have to go on the other computer to look at the files. But
Oh,
there's at least a couple more that I know of. I'm not sure, and we need to find a time when yourself and John and I are all free, so we can stream one of the war games that are in the magazine.
that
The
would be
problem is
fun.
we need multiple players, so either that or we find someone else, other people who are willing to take part in the war games.
Yeah, that John, if you're still there.
Yeah. Actually, the end of July, work is closed for 2 weeks. So I do have some appointments and things I need to do, but it does open up a lot of times. That would be your, any evening for you. But it could also be maybe the weekend, maybe if that works out. But I know John's very busy on weekends, and right now his work schedule doesn't allow. I do hope that the new hires work out, John, by the way, if you're still there, so that your schedule frees up and we can do some of those war games. They'd be fun.
Yes.
Because I think I've worked out how to do, put them in Owlbear Rodeo, but I think it's very helpful to have where I would be like the referee and there'd be 2 or 3 players, depending on the game, how many players are needed. But the first war game they published is a 2-player game. So we
Well,
need to
we'll
work that
start
out
with
at
two
some
at
point.
least.
Or actually, maybe what we could do is one of the John's Friday streams. We could do it if he wants to do that.
Oh, that could be an idea.
That could be an idea, because if I'm on vacation, that means I can be there for the very start of the stream. And that way we can do it then. Because we're the main reason I'm often not there is because when I show up from home at home from work, the stream's halfway through, and
Yeah.
if I have anything else like an errand to run or whatever, by the time I get home, it's often over. So that's why I've been missing a lot of those. But if I'm not working for a couple of weeks, then I can certainly be there for those streams. So that's an idea. Let's we'll talk on the Discord about it.
Yeah.
And
Good idea.
meanwhile, what I'll do in any case is start working on the next maze, which I haven't had a chance to do yet. So I can't give you a preview this time around, unfortunately.
That's all
But
right.
yeah,
I'll be waiting in suspense.
all right. And I think so. I guess you heard what we said. Let us know in the Discord if that works for you. And I think on that note, I'm going to call the stream here. So have a good evening, everyone. Take
Okie
care.
dokie. Cheers, all. Good night.